Alright, so what's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm coming at you with the first episode of the ranking series, and we're gonna be ranking every single one of the Modern Warfare map that exist in the game from worst to best. And I'm not gonna be ranking these maps based off their looks because let's be real, if I do that I'll put Piccadilly at my #1 spot, and that's not gonna happen. Not on my watch. And with that, I just want to get right into it. If you're new to the channel, we put daily Call of Duty videos, including news and leaks, and if that interests you, feel free to subscribe. And I'm also doing a $20 PSN or Xbox card giveaway. If you're interested, just comment your favorite or least favorite map in the comments below with your Twitter handle. Very important, and just make sure you're liked and subbed and you are good to go. But coming in at our number 19 spot, now there are 4 night variants map, and I don't want to be like, you know, ranking them separately, so I actually combined them together, and that's why we got 19 maps in total. And at our number 19 spot, I got Anaya Palace. One of the worst map to ever be made in a Call of Duty franchise. Now obviously, do not get me wrong, the map actually looks really good and it can be a pretty good map, and I'm gonna provide like 2 little fixes, and I think if they fix the spawns and they add more players, this map could easily be one of the best map in the game. But as it stands, it is probably the worst map. And once again though, if I take all these looks into account, this map can easily be one of the best map on the list because it looks gorgeous. And the second thing that I really like about this map, and in fact the whole game, is that, and I really do appreciate the fact that all of these maps are unique and they look different, and they all obviously look beautiful on the new engine and whatnot. But I just want to be ranking them based off the gameplay and how they play. And in my opinion, Anaya Palace, as soon as I see this map, I just back out. I don't want to do anything. At our number 18 spot, we got Piccadilly here, and this map is 11 proof. That looks matter initially, but they are not the keeper. And hand on top of this bottle of water, when I first started playing, I was like, this is the best map ever, and it is in terms of the looks and whatnot, and it kind of attracted me, and I was like, okay, this map looks the best. And as soon as I started playing, it is not that good. The matches don't even end on this map, and I really think this map can be fixed if they make it so we spawn closer to the circle, and if they add more players, it's just gonna be fixed, because it got that substance, but it doesn't have the flow that a normal Call of Duty map has. So there is that. And let's be real, it is one of the worst map in terms of gameplay in the Call of Duty franchise. And at our number 17 spot, we have a map by the name of, smash that like button if you haven't already, but not seriously, we got the Ifrit's Bridge, and this map is snipers and campers heaven. And I really do think that if you're a new sniper player, this map is not gonna do you any good. You're gonna get yanked because you can literally camp on top of the bridge, below the bridge, in someone's even too. This map is, but don't get me wrong, this map got really nice colors. They got a lot of the browns, the greens, and the yellows, and I absolutely admired that. And it is unique, and that's what I like about this map, and basically all of these maps that we got in Modern Warfare. But if you're not like a OG sniper player, even the OG sniper players are kind of having a hard time on this map, because let's be real, as soon as you see this, you will be sent to heaven prematurely, and that's why it comes at our number 17 spot. At our number 16 spot, I got Romanza, and this also has a night variant, so I'm gonna be putting both of them together. This map is just a next level map for the campers, because there are so many camping spots on this map. And what differentiates this map from other maps is the fact that if someone is sitting still, you won't be able to see them. And I cannot stress the point that how many times I actually got yanked just because of going on top of the building where I thought there was nobody, because I didn't hear any footsteps and I didn't see nobody, and I get there and 2 seconds later some camper just yanked me. And it's just one of those maps. This map is a John Cena equivalent for these campers. At our number 15, I got Arklov Peak, and this map looks good, but it just exists for the sake of existing. And moving on to our number 14 spot, we got Azhir Cave, and this map also had the night version. And initially when I started playing, I liked it, but then I was like, yo, this is by far the worst map in the game. But now playing all the maps in the game, I got to be real, it is not that bad. Initially I was just skipping this map over and over, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna play on this map. I'd rather go play Fortnite or something like that. By the way, I'm a non-Fortnite player, I don't play that game. Piccadilly good, Fortnite bad, okay? But this map is not that bad when we take into consideration that Anaya Palace exists, Piccadilly exists, right? And it's a solid map, but it just I I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. It's like Afghan from Modern Warfare 2, but Afghan was a masterpiece and this is not. It is one of the worst map, but it is decent in Modern Warfare, and that's why it comes at our number 14 spot. At our number 13 spot, I got the St. Petrograd, and this map is just campers heaven. Somebody just yanked me, bro. Like, this map got so many buildings. The devs just literally spammed all the buildings on this map. And you know what? I personally adapted and I started camping on this map. And I got to be real, like, if you camp on this map, this is by far the best map. And I actually like this map a lot, but only when I camp. And I could easily put this at my number 1 spot, but it does not suit all the playstyle, and that's why it is at our number 13 spot. It is a decent map though on paper, but it got so many buildings, and I kind of admire the fact about it, but I think that we need to remaster the player, right? And let's be real, like, if you give players like those buildings, they're gonna camp. At our number 12 spot, I got Speedball on the list, and it's a 2 versus 2 map, and it got a lot of cover, but it's not as camper friendly, and even if it is, it's just meant for a 2v2, and I think it plays very nicely. It looks good, it's unique, and it got a lot of flow to it, and that's why it comes at our number 12 spot. At our number 11, I got another 2v2 map, and I think it's gonna be a pattern. You will see what I mean. And this one is The Hill. I actually really like this map because it reminds me of Shangri-La Zombies map from Black Ops 1. And Shangri-La Zombies map isn't my favorite zombies map of all time, but it kind of reminds me of that, and that's why I kind of like it. But that's not the reason why I have it at my number 11 spot. The reason I have it is because it just works, bro. It just really works for a 2v2 map, and I really think that if this map is in a normal search and destroy rotation, I think this map can bang and it can work really well for a normal search and destroy map as well. But at our number 10 spot, I got another 2v2 map. This is a pattern, and it's kind of a shame that these 2v2 maps are kind of outplaying all those normal maps, and I thought that it would be a vice versa situation, but it's actually not. And at my number 10 spot, I got the Docks map, and this one is a pretty good map. Okay, this is basically like St. Petrograd minus the buildings. We only have 2 buildings, and it's a pretty good structural map, and I actually really like this map, and I think that it could work really well for a 4 versus 4 TDM or free-for-all, and I just hope that one day we can get these 2v2 maps into normal 6v6 rotation where we can just play free-for-all TDM with 4 versus 4 or even 6 versus 6. It's gonna be chaos, and it's gonna bring those Nuketown and Dome gameplays into Modern Warfare, and something that we desperately need. At our number 9 spot, I got Grzana Raid. Now this map is an exception. I know that this map got a lot of camping areas, and this map is a disaster in that regards, but it is very unique, and this is something that breaks the flow, and it has a lot of flow too once you learn the map, and it got a lot of good routes, right? Like, it's not that you just gotta camp on this map. If you take different routes, it's a pretty good map, and this is one of those maps that I can get behind. Like Anaya Palace, absolutely not a chance. Piccadilly, I rather go play Fortnite, but this map is an exception, and I actually like it. It's not for every player, and in fact, it's not even for me. Like, I am a pretty trash player, and when I play this map, sometimes I do good, but more often than not I don't. But this map is a pretty decent map, and that's why it comes at our number 9 spot, and it is way better than Anaya Palace and Piccadilly. Like, let's be real. At our number 8 spot, I got Stack. It's a 2v2 map, really good, and that's all I got to say. At number 7, I got Pine. It's another 2v2 map. It's a forest map. It looks pretty unique. In fact, it is, and that's why I got it on my list. At our number 6 spot, I cannot say this map name on YouTube, but I'm just gonna say Weapon Runner, and it also has the night equivalent, and it's a pretty solid map, but I really think that this map needs like 10 players instead of 6. It's a 6v6 map, and if it was a 10 versus 10, I think this would be one of the best maps, and it is already a really good map. It got a lot of camping spots, but you can always like yank the camper if you are a good player, right? So there is that, and it just looks good. It plays really well compared to other maps, and obviously it's not the best map that we ever got in a Call of Duty franchise, but we're only talking Modern Warfare here, and if we're comparing this map with other maps, it comes at our number 6 spot. At our number 5 spot, we got the King map. It's another 2v2 map, and by far the second best 2v2 map in my opinion, and the 5th best map in the game. At our number 4 spot, we got the Showers map, and this is literally like the best 2v2 map. Like, there's no comparison. It got the nostalgia, it got the flow. It's a small map, kind of reminds me of the Nuketown, but obviously Nuketown was way bigger than this map. But this map works in a Call of Duty game, right? And I think that if we have 4 versus 4 free-for-all on this map, it's gonna be really good. At our number 3 spot, we got the Hackney Yard. It also has a night variant to it, so I'm gonna be combining both of them together. By far the best map in the game in terms of 6v6. Like, this is the only map that every time I see in the game, I would always play on it, because I know that there isn't anything better compared to Hackney Yard in the 6v6 map. And it got a lot of flow to it, it got a lot of camping spot, it got a lot of rushing spots too. And if you find a camper somewhere, there is always an equivalent to approach that situation, except for the house area. If you camp there with the claymores and you're a decent player, you're literally a god. So there is one flaw, but let's be real. If we compare this map with other maps, this is by far the best map in the game. At our number 2 spot, this is my favorite map. I wish I could put it at my number 1 spot, but regardless though, number 2, you know, it is still pretty good. It's the River Quarry Map. It's the ground war map, and I actually like it a lot. Like, this map caters to every playstyle. It caters to the campers and the snipers. It also caters to the rushers, the team play, and everything like that, and even the tanks. And I absolutely love playing with tanks on this map. And I know that some of you will say this map is a disaster in terms of that, but if you don't want to get yanked by those tank players, you can always stay in the middle where majority of the players are at, and there is always action there. And that's why I really like this map. But at our number 1 spot, this is one of my favorite map too. In fact, it is at my number 1 spot, so it's my favorite map. But I would still pick River Quarry over this one. But at my number 1 spot, we got the Taworsk district. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. It's an urban map, and you know, you can never go wrong with an urban map. This map got a lot of buildings, and that's the only thing that I hate and love at the same time. The reason I hate it is because, like, if you want to go on top of the building, you need to either have your teammate be there so you can spawn on him, or you need to take the stairs, right? It just takes a lot of time in my opinion. But the reason I like the building spam on this map is because this is kind of like a counter to the tank players, right? Like, if you're on top of the building, there's no way you're gonna get yanked by those tank players. But that's my list right now. I'm really waiting for those DLC maps so they can add a lot more life into the game, because let's be real, we do not have that many maps. The ground war maps are good, but we do not have a lot of them, right? And if you want to win the giveaway, just let me know your favorite or least favorite map in the comments below with your Twitter handle. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos on the screen, and I will see you in the next one.